Welcome to my second session of data modeling and data automation. I hope that the first session which I've showed you about the catering company, you must have learned and have developed your concepts about it. So if you look into the YouTube, there are thousands and thousands of videos are available where different people around the world are telling you the benefits of the Excel functions, how to use these Excel functions. But I haven't found any of the videos available where they tell you how practically you have to apply this when you are working for a corporate environment. So this series will be basically I will call it a hands-on practical training where I will teach you how exactly when different tasks comes to you in your office, how you can apply them, and I will be helping you to develop your concept so that you can conceive these ideas to make these automated templates in your company, which can bring in more efficiency and accuracy. Why it is important? Because as I've always tell that managers are not only interested in your degrees and diploma, they are also interested in what you can do for them through your professional skills. So in today's session, we will continue this data modeling and data automation series, and I want you to give me a thumbs up so that you can stay informed on our new series. So let me explain you my worksheet. So right now, you just joined the company, or you are already working in a company which has many cost centers. Okay, so for example, over here there's a finance treasury department, finance legal and taxation, finance management and reporting, and supply finance. There are 4 cost centers of the company. Then human resource have some cost centers. Info technology, information technology has. Then supply chain has a few of the cost centers, and that continues to the marketing cost centers and the sales cost centers, and all together we have 40 cost centers in the company. There are different departments, but every department is divided into the cost centers, and these cost center managers has the manager. So now you have joined the company which has 40 cost centers, and one of your job is to monthly prepare a overhead report. So now when you download the data from your ERP system, it shows something like this. Okay, so let's say this is the cost center 1, which is 1010, and these are all the expenses of the system, and the system is showing you 2 ways: the GL number, which is over here, and then the monthly numbers of these expenses, and the actual YTD number or cumulative numbers. For example, if it is a March number, so this is only for the month of March, and this is from January to March. So this is for the month, and YTD means cumulative numbers. So now when you download the sheet, this has a total of each 40 cost centers, and the report goes to almost 1200 rows data. So now, yeah, almost 1243 rows data, a simple download from the ERP system. But this is not how you have to present it into your company. You have to do some more into it. And what is that? Number first steps is that you have to add the cost center description, because over here we only have a cost center number, not the description. So what you have to do, you have to go into the cost center file, and then you have to use this cost center number to bring in this description from here. Okay, so first you have to fill the cost center description over here, one thing. Then this is the downloaded data, this is downloaded, and there is some plan numbers also here, because if there's an actual for the month of March, that means then there'll be plan numbers from the month of March. Okay, and I've not done all the working, but then you have to fill in the March number over here. Maybe you have some database available somewhere and you have to download, or maybe in some of the cases even ERP has that number. So if the ERP is downloading you the plan numbers, maybe then your the workload will be reduced. And the third column is the variance, which is plan minus actual, so that you can see what is the variance over here, favorable or unfavorable. And then first three columns are monthly columns. As you can see, FTM stands for the month, and then it says YTD means cumulative numbers. So actual YTD means 3 months cumulative for the March. Then this is a plan numbers or a budgeted number, whatever you call it, and then the variance between the plan versus actual YTD number. So this is you have to make. Okay, because I cannot make all those things on the screen. So what I've done for you, that I've already prepared the file for you. So formatted data, so this was the raw data, this is what I have to do, and finally I have done this. Okay, now what I have done this again, these are my numbers which were downloaded. I've used my VLOOKUP formula to bring in my cost centers, then I bring my GL number which is already there, and the description was there, and the actual numbers were there, and then I've used my another source either through an ERP or through my Excel database files, whatever it is. I have bring in my plan numbers for the month, and then there is a formula which says H minus G, that means that this is the variance, and then there is an actual downloaded from the ERP, and then I bring in the plan numbers, and this is the variance between K minus J, which is plan minus actuals. Okay, and now if you go at the bottom, that once the cost center 1010 get finished, then there's a total over here, and then 1020 starts, and then 30 starts, and so on, and again this list will go to the 1250 rows data, whatever it is. Now the situation is this, that you have to make this file, and then you have to make 40 different sheets over here based on the cost center. So for example, these are the 40 cost centers, and you have to make the individual sheet of each cost center: 10, 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1100, 1200, 1300, and finally the last number is 1400. So now you are making the 40 sheets over here, and then you will be distributing this file to the cost centers managers, to the directors, to the management team, and so on. So all together, when you're doing all these things and working and reconciliation and everything, you need 3 to 4 hours, at least 3 to 4 hours, if you are very good and smart in Excel. And if you're not, then you may need 5 to 6 hours or more than half a day to do all these things. Okay, so now this is my real time problem. So I tell you that once I was working for a big multinational company which has 40 cost centers, then I come up with an idea, and whenever we want to create or come up with the ideas, I always suggest you, based on my 20 years of experience, never do it on your own. Always take your line manager, your boss, whoever, your supervisor, take him in confidence, go and discuss those things with him, and take him with you. Okay, once you and your boss is on the same page, he will support you and he will encourage you more. So in that case also, I went to my senior and I says, Ken, if you want, I can make it an automation, and I can bring in the concept of a data standardization into it, and these will be the automated files, and nothing you have to do, and I will only create one template, and one template has a capacity or has a capability that whatever the cost center you want to bring into it, you can bring into it. And first he was surprised. He says, yeah, it is very inconvenient to travel between 40 different sheets, and if it is not only convenient for the manager, but it is so inconvenient for these senior management people also. So if you can do something like this, please do that. So what I've done is I've spent some hours onto it, and then I finally developed we at that time we were used to call it a scorecard. So it is a scorecard here. Now what is that scorecard says? It is exactly same like over here, but it is only for one. So this is the GL numbers, this is the description, this is first 3 columns. As I've already told you, these are the monthly numbers, and these are the 3 cumulative numbers, and it is only a 1-pager report and all those things. Now how I can operate over here? So this is my company name, whatever the details I want to see, and then here you can see input your cost center number over here, and the arrow is here. So if you put your cursor over here and see, right now this is sales area manager 2. Now if I go up and I say, okay, I want to see the first one which says 1010, and see, you have seen the numbers has changed over here. Okay, how? Let's say previously here it is 18,000, okay, with 1340, 18,000. And if I moved it to 1010, this 18 become 14,000. So that means numbers has changed, and the description of the item is changed. So what I have done is basically I've applied a VLOOKUP formula over here, that VLOOKUP this number into this list and pick the numbers. But again, it is not as simple as it seems right now, because if I say 300, 100, this is my salary account, and GL 300 100 is appearing 40 times in the sheet. Why 40 times? Because there are 40 departments. Every department is this, and it is the code of the GL is that we will write 1010 dot 300 100. This is how the full GL is, 300 400. So this is a combination of a cost center with the GL number, but here it's appearing 300 times. So now how do my system knows that they don't have to pick the first one, they have to pick the second one? And what is second one? Let's say I'll take this 300 100 where there's an 8500. So if I go and select 1020, what happens? If I go here and I select 1020, now it's 8500. Why? Now my system has picked this channel. Now what is the combination over here? Because what I have to do, so I have come up with an idea. And what is that idea? That I have done a concatenate over here. Okay, we all know concatenate because in some of my initial sessions I've teach you what is concatenate. What is concatenate I'm doing? I'm saying take this GL code from here and join this with the cost center. So now C4 concatenate E4 over here, and it becomes 10 10 300 100. So now it is a unique, because now 300 100 is not appearing 60 times. This 10 10 310 is only appearing once, because every cost center has first 4 digits of our cost centers and remaining 6 digits of our GL code. Now it become very easy for me that I can identify and make it that every number over here in this list of A, every number is unique. And now if I give a put a VLOOKUP, it will be unique. So came here, but how can I put a VLOOKUP only on B? Because if I say only go on 5 10 20, it cannot do that. So what again I do, I use a concatenate into a if formula also. Okay, so if you can see here, VLOOKUP B3. What is B3? Is this number B3 and B5. What is B5 here? B5 is my this number. So when I say VLOOKUP B3 concatenate, you can see this concatenate over here. So B3 concatenate with this, that becomes now system, how system will read this 10 20 300 100. Now system will go and pick the respective GL code, and because if there's something is not there, what I can use, if error, if it is not found, replace it with 0, don't show me NA and everything, and that's how it is working as a simple formula. And then what I have done at the bottom here, because let me show you the thing is right now at each step we have to reconcile the data, because I cannot leave my data like this. So what is the reconciliation over here? This is, as you can see, this is coming from the formatted data. This source is coming from here. So moment I go and I will say, let me select something other than 1150. So again 1150 supply chain, which is a material store, 1150, and you can see that the details change over here. So now whatever is the total, which is a manual total I'm doing over here, is reconciled with the source file, which is this one. So my every total when comes, system pick this information from the source file and bring it here, and there's a 0. So the moment I find anything over here, I will find out that there's something problem in my formula, and my scorecard data is not reconciled with my source data. And what I've done here, simply again I've used total with M% B3. So every time you change something over here, it get automatically changed because it is linked with this file. So it's right now total 1150, and now if I go on to the last record, which is I think for example 1400 for me, so now it gets changed with the 1400 because it is a formula. And over here it is says VLOOKUP this thing, which is total 1400, which is available over here, and in this case it is available at the bottom. And now we start my search from this column, that if you find the total here, then pick up this number, whether it's a 6 7 8 column, whatever, bring this total. So here it says 26963, and if I come here, 26963 is coming from my formatted data, and hence it is reconciled. So I'm comfortable here. So when when I issued this report first time, at the time I was very new in the company, so I got many benefits. First benefit is that almost all of, and it is now become so inconvenient for the managers that they don't have to go into the 40 sheets and running over here. And then what I can do is I can even hide most of my files, because they don't need to look onto all these files. Only my one file, which is a scorecard, is more than enough. They don't even have to go, because these are all linked with this file. They don't even have to go onto this one. So I have hide all these, this file, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and I will show you this one, which I have also hide it. So you can hide it, the single sheet. So now I've replaced 50 sheets with one sheet. Okay, and it becomes so inconvenient. I don't have to, I've saved my 50% time, just because I don't have to copy it 40 times into an Excel sheet. That's not only a lengthy exercise, but an hectic exercise where you are just wasting your time in a non-productive activity. I don't want to waste my time. I want to do a value addition. You know, you have to keep revolving around such words. Standard templates, value additions, more automations, accuracy and efficiency. So once your formula is there, all these things which I've said is there. And within my second month or third month, all the senior managers on the company knows me that, oh, this is the new guy who came into the finance and he has automated this thing, and it is so inconvenient, not only to the senior managers, but even the directors and the CEO of the company know me by name. Why? Because you have just created one thing and it is done. And the second benefit I got just because of this is that my job confirmation was due after the 3 months. But just because of this, I've done a second month. My boss within a week or 10 days comes in and says, we want a person like this who can work in our company. And the top management decided to give you a permanent employee status from the day one you have joined it. And that 10% increase which was required to be done after 3 months will be given to you from the day one. Why? Because you have shown that you are an outstanding person and you are the person to whom they are looking at. Now the second thing which I have done over here, that I'm didn't bring in the numbers, but this sheet which is, I'm bringing a plan number, column number E and column number H. What I have done is, wherever is the source available, I brought it over here. I'm not showing you the numbers, but I'm just giving you a concept. I want your concept to be clear. So everything is the same in my plan numbers when I've made the budgets. And over here, there's a full year cumulative. This is annual budget, and this is the monthly budget. So full year monthly plan. So now there is Jan, Feb, March, April, May. And let's say if I say A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6th column, and this is the 7th column. And if I copy them till the end, so now next month, when after March, April will come, what I will do? I have to do nothing. In my formula, I can use a VLOOKUP formula and can say, find these codes. And now you know the method. Even if you have to use the concatenate, you can do that between this GL code and this thing, this cost center. Okay, and you can bring the April number. So now everything is automated. You just update the formula. This is the monthly file for the plan numbers, and over here is full year numbers. So now the monthly numbers and full numbers are available with me. I have to go into my scorecard, and only I have to change the column of the VLOOKUP from, let's say, 6 to 7, and my monthly numbers over here will get updated, and these numbers can get updated, and so on. So now the moment I upload my file, this file, okay, I have to do nothing. I can simply copy the data over here and convert it into this format, and once it is converted into this format, the report will be ready. So now technically, to me, if you are taking 5 hours previously, that job has now been converted into a 30-minute job max. Or if you're smart enough, maybe from the 3rd month onwards, you will be just doing a 15 minutes of a job. So in terms of efficiency, I would say you have done 80 to 90% of the efficiency, because the previously people were taking half a day, and now you have just done it in 30 minutes or even less than 30 minutes. So that will be considered as that good achievement from your side, and your impression goes to the people, to your colleagues, to your bosses, and everywhere is very good. So this is how simple. If you need any details about this data file or any of the situation, please do let me know through your remarks at the bottom, and we will get back to you. And if you have learned something new, please give me a thumbs up, like my video, and plus subscribe my channel, which is Career at 360, so that I can keep bringing such sessions for you. And for the time being, thanks for joining me. Bye.